You cross the finish line. Your legs are shaking. Your chest is burning. And for exactly 4 seconds, you feel invincible. Then it fades. By the time you get home, the medal is in a drawer. You're already scrolling for the next thing to chase. So here's the real question. What if the goal was never the point? What if your brain built this whole system to make sure you never feel finished? 2 million years ago, your ancestors weren't chasing achievement. They were chasing calories. There was no finish line back then. Just the next hunt, the next hour of staying alive. A brain that felt satisfied for too long was a brain in danger. So evolution built you a reward system that gives you a hit of pleasure right before success, then takes it away the moment you actually get there. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz proved this. He found that dopamine doesn't spike when you win. It spikes in anticipation right before. The chemical high isn't the finish line. It's the chase. Once you get the thing, dopamine drops fast. Your brain treats success like old news, because lingering on yesterday's win never fed anyone tomorrow. There's a name for what happens next, and it comes from one of psychology's strangest studies. In 1978, researchers Philip Brickman, Dan Coates, and Ronnie Bullman compared lottery winners to accident victims. Right after the event, the winners were thrilled and the accident victims were devastated. But when the researchers came back later, both groups had drifted back toward their original baseline happiness. Almost like the event barely happened. This is called the hedonic treadmill. You run, you win, you rise above baseline for a moment, then quietly step back down to where you started. So why keep running? Because the goal was never about the finish. It was about the running, and your brain hid that from you on purpose. Psychologists Edwin Locke and Gary Latham spent decades studying this. They found that the instant you hit a hard goal, your mind doesn't rest. It resets and quietly raises the bar. You don't choose this. It just happens, the same way hunger returns hours after a meal, whether you want it to or not. Here's where it gets stranger. Some goals get taken away entirely. Records overturned. Wins disqualified over a technicality nobody noticed. You'd think this would be devastating, but the training still happened. The body still changed. The discipline still rewired the brain, whether or not a piece of paper says it counted. The goal was the excuse. The transformation was the actual event. Your ancestors understood this instinctively. Modern culture buried it. You've been taught the trophy is the point, the number on the scale is the point, the promotion is the point. But your own brain chemistry disagrees. It was never built to reward arrival. It was built to reward effort, because in the world your ancestors lived in, arrival was never guaranteed and never permanent. So think about the last time something you worked for got canceled. It felt unfair, like the work had been wasted. But it wasn't wasted because it was never really about the outcome. Somewhere underneath all the modern language of success, an older intelligence was tracking something else the whole time. Not whether you crossed the line first, just whether you kept moving when it mattered. So the next time you reach a goal and the feeling fades faster than you expected, don't call that failure. That fade is your brain doing exactly what it was built to do 2 million years ago, pointing you toward the next horizon before you even have time to sit down. You cross the finish line. Your legs are shaking. Your chest is burning. And somewhere underneath the 4 seconds of victory, an ancient voice is already asking the only question it has ever known how to ask. What's next?